In this video, we are going to discuss MOSFET device construction, its working, and its small signal equivalent model. And we'll take one example, a common source amplifier, and we analyze with the help of small signal AC equivalent model. If you consider N channel or NMOS transistor 3D view, so 3D view will look like somewhat like this. It has got 4 terminals: drain, gate, source and body. Usually body is tied with source, so it can act as a 3 terminal device, or 4 terminal: drain, gate, source and body. The device construction will show a sandwich like structure, an oxide layer, on top of it metal layer, below there is a p-type substrate material. So this oxide layer is sandwiched between metal and p-type semiconductor or substrate material in gate region. On either side of this oxide layer you can see N plus regions. These are diffused layers, N plus regions. They act as drain and source. The channel length is defined as the distance between the diffusion regions, N plus regions, and the channel width is represented by W. So by varying channel length and width, you will get various transistor. It represents a single transistor of NMOS. Now most of the time we will not represent this 3D structure, we represent a 2-dimensional structure. So that 2-dimensional structure means in this diagram, if you observe from this angle, you can see only N plus regions, and then these front ends, oxide and metal layers. So the diagram represents somewhat like this. So 2 N plus regions, oxide, then gate, drain and source. The cross-sectional view of NMOS transistor. We are connecting two voltages, VGS. At gate we are applying DC voltage, which we are referring it as VG or VGS. Since source is connected to ground, I can refer this gate voltage applied as either VG or VGS with respect to source. Similarly, drain, in this representation it is connected to ground. Here also you can connect voltage, a DC voltage. So there will be horizontal as well as vertical electric field set up due to VGS and VDS. So in this representation, when drain and source terminal connected to ground, gate voltage is applied VGS. When VGS becomes more than threshold value, the channel is created in case of depletion type MOSFET. In case of enhancement type MOSFET, for small values of VGS, the channel will be formed. So it depends on entirely threshold value or whether it is depletion type or enhancement type, based on that. Now when VGS is greater than VT and small VDS is applied, so by applying positive gate voltage, so you are attracting negative charge carrier to the surface. As you go on increasing VGS value, the number of charge carriers coming to the surface are also increasing. So when you apply VDS, there is a potential difference. This along this channel, source is connected to ground, drain is connected to a positive voltage. Because of that, charge carriers movement happens. So charge carriers are attracted towards drain. So in this channel, charge carriers are electrons. So conventional current direction we are showing opposite to the electrons movement, that is from drain to source. We say that current is flowing from drain to source, but actual charge carriers are moving from source to drain. As you go on increasing VDS further, you can also observe the P type substrate N plus region, PN junction here, PN junction on either side, source and drain. So when for N plus region on drain side, when you go on increasing positive voltage, so this PN junction starts reverse biased. So around this drain region, there is a barrier or depletion layer is created much stronger. So at certain value, when VDS is greater than VGS minus VT, so till now, for smaller values of VDS till VGS minus VT, the current was increasing. So the device was behaving like a linear or triode region or ohmic region. Now, when VDS is increased above VGS minus VT, the channel is pinched off. So that tapering you can observe. This tapering is because now here electron concentration is more, towards drain electron concentration is less, because this particular PN junction is reverse bias. So depletion layer is extending. So pinch off means suddenly current will not become zero. So current gets saturated, as in case of JFET as well as in MOSFET. So first, what is the condition is, when VGS is less than VT, cutoff region, when VGS is greater than VT, and then VDS value is applied, less than VGS minus VT, linear region. Then when VGS is greater than VT and VDS is less than VDS is greater than VGS minus VT in that case, so we can say that in saturation. So three regions can be represented. So when VGS is less than VT, current will be zero at this point, whatever may be value of VDS, since channel is not formed, so current is zero. When VGS gate voltage applied is greater than threshold, in that case, now the current depends on VDS. VDS greater than 0, less than VOV or VGS minus VT, VD saturation. So till this point, as VDS increases, current is also increasing. Then that current is given by Shockley's equation. ID is equal to half mu n CoX W by L VGS minus VT minus VDS by 2 1 plus lambda VDS. Either you write 1 plus lambda VDS or VDS for calculation purpose. So lambda is process dependent parameter. In saturation region, still VGS is greater than VT, channel is formed, charge carriers, enough charge carriers are there below oxide layer. Now if you go on increasing VDS value beyond VGS minus VT, in that case the current, instead of increasing, it starts almost remaining constant. This we call it as saturation, even though you are increasing VDS but current is not increasing linearly. So it is getting saturated. This current equation is given by ID is equal to half mu n CoX W by L VGS minus VT square. So these three regions we can see: cutoff, linear or triode region, or ohmic region. Triode and ohmic means it acts as a resistor, that they mean to say voltage is proportional to current, or current ID depends on the voltage. Ohmic means it follows Ohm's law. Again it is same, voltage proportional to current. Now if you want to analyze the small signal model, okay, now here small signal low frequency, lower cutoff point if you want to observe. In that case, so this is a device and this is a small signal equivalent model, and this one is NMOS symbol, a representation. When you are using it as a discrete device, so we are representing with the help of symbols. So symbol means you have to imagine device structure, symbol means you have to imagine a small signal model for analysis. So you can see that there is no direct connection between gate and source, there is no direct connection between even drain and gate, okay, and there is no direct connection between drain and source. The current movement is from drain to source, and that current depends on applied VGS value. So drain to source current is flowing, and that current depends on VGS, gate to source. Then there is no connection shown between gate and drain, gate and source. That indicates that uh, they are separated by an insulator or very high input impedance. And in parallel with GM VGS, we are showing RD, a very high resistance value. So this represents a small signal AC equivalent model of NMOS transistor. Now we further analyze the small signal AC equivalent model for calculating input impedance, output impedance, voltage gain. We take one example circuit. Say if you consider common source configuration, which we are using it as generally an amplifier. So common source amplifier, the source terminal is common between input as well as output. Now here source resistance RS is connected, bypass capacitor CS, coupling capacitor CC1 and CC2. This RG gate resistor, very high value, more of the order of 150 kilo ohm, even more. VG, a DC voltage applied, VG for biasing. Vin, this is actual signal connected for amplification. So in practical, so it is we can say that we are connecting function generator, and we are collecting output across load resistor RL. How to convert this circuit into small signal AC equivalent model? So now here what we can do is we have to follow certain steps. So next step will be what? Analyze the circuit wherever DC sources are there. VDD you connect it to ground, VG replace it by short circuit, capacitor CC1 and CC2 replace it by short circuit, okay, and redraw the circuit. If any current sources are available, show it by open circuit. The further step, replace this NMOS transistor by its equivalent circuit, that is VGS, GM, VGS, RD. So in this circuit, between gate and ground, where gate and ground there is a RG. So you can observe here, gate and ground there is a RG, source is connected to ground. So at input side we can indicate this RG. And between drain and source, you are representing RD as well as RL. Since VDD is connected to ground, from drain to ground, that connection, since source is already maintained at ground, I can show between drain and source. So this RD will become in parallel with RL along with this RD. The input impedance for the small signal AC equivalent circuit of common source amplifier drawn can be easily now calculated. So input impedance is given by Zi is equal to Rg. Output impedance is given by RD parallel RL. Usually RD is a much larger value compared to drain resistor RD. So we can approximate it as RD parallel RD as only drain resistor RD. So we'll get, we can write it as voltage gain. This can be written as only RD parallel RL. Voltage gain can be given by V0 by Vin, where V0 is given as the current flowing through this parallel branch, minus GM VGS RD parallel RL. Input is given as VGS, so we can calculate voltage gain as minus GM as this equation. Since RD is much larger value compared to drain resistor RD, we can approximate it as voltage gain as minus GM RD parallel RL.